the beginning of time, mankind has been forced to compete for survival. This spirit of competition has reached a pinnacle in the relationship of two best friends who battle against each other. Why? Glory for the winner, humiliation for the loser. This is Kenny versus Spenny.
Still makes pee-pee in bed, but he makes boom-boom in his pants. Right? The episode today, the competition, is Spenny's gonna make pee-pee in his pants. You know he doesn't want to talk about the competition because you're actually gonna lose this one. The competition is who can win a courtroom battle. Kenny thinks that I owe him money, so he's taking me to court to try to sue for it. I've agreed to this competition because I don't think he can win. Plain and simple, that's all I have to say. He is the cheapest guy in the world. I've been treating him for years. The guy, I bought him like 1,000 drinks because he's like, you know, I am suing him for all the money that he owes me, which is like, no joke, like maybe $30,000. Oh my God. Yeah, $30,000? You're, yeah. Okay, that's his memory. You know what, you're out of your tree. His memory. You're out of your tree. I am taking him to court. The more upset he gets, the more worried he is, because he's got nothing. Can it forge a document? Well, yeah, I'm gonna totally forge documents. Good. We'll let the judge see that tape right now. Oh, yeah? I want a copy of that. Well, that one, a copy of that tape. Spenny and I have a business. So, there is a separation between being generous, buying somebody a drink, and splitting a rental car to run to a film festival. And that's why I want this money back. Already, just hanging on my wall, I've got 2 pictures of Spenny. One picture of him in Aspen when we went to a film festival, which I paid for. And this is a picture of Spencer Nolan Rice in Ireland. Okay? In Ireland! When I put together my evidence, man, it's going to be case closed. If there is going to be besmirchment of my character, I feel that it is within my rights to defend myself. He's a great boss, an amazing man to work with. I had a parking ticket, which I was totally responsible for paying. Spencer had no obligation to pay it, offered and actually insisted, many times insisted, that he chip in for the parking ticket when he had absolutely no obligation or need to do so. I've known you maybe 20 years.
Probably 2 decades. Spenny's always been cheap. He's never spent a single dime in my presence. I've never seen him spend money on anything. Kenny is the most generous person I've ever met. He's loyal to his friends. He's generous to his friends. The difference between him and Spenny, though, is that they're in business together. And Spenny has taken advantage of Kenny for years, decades.
I'm not saying I'm the most generous guy in the world. I'm just... This man helped me out when no one else would. He gave me $200 and said, here, you pay me back when you can. Have I ever bothered you about it? Even once have I ever mentioned it? Well, here I am at my mommy's place, the place where I have an endless library of receipts. These are all receipts. Yeah, I kept all my receipts because I knew you were going to pay me back one day, Spenny, and Judgment Day is almost here. I am in a law firm right now where I'm going to speak to Doug Smith. The view is spectacular.
So what seems to be the problem? What brings you down here?
Okay, Kenny is a con man, a chiseler, a swindler. Not only does he want money from me, just going through some receipts, I think even more so, he wants to humiliate me, to make me look like a cheap, chintzy mooch. He loves to be generous and then tell everyone how generous he is. And you have to wonder on a certain level, is that true generosity? This fries Spenny. In my hand, I've got 2 boarding passes to Los Angeles for a business trip that I paid for about 8 years ago.
Generally speaking, are these historical events? Are they things that took place 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago?
Yes.
Okay, so that's one very important thing. There is something called a limitation period. I'm sure you've heard that term before. You gotta bring this action within 6 years. Anything before 1997 is gone.
Oh, he's absolutely screwed. I mean, in a sense, that's the whole case.
Pretty much.
He's screwed! Story about a victim. And this is a story about a crook. I am the victim, Spenny is the crook. You guys have to stop liking him, really. You gotta like me, I'm so much better, you know.
Nowhere near that. The amount over the years has grown and grown and grown. It's a really disgusting habit.
Spenny?
You know, more I know. There he is.
Bonjour.
Hello. I'm in a pretty good mood today.
Because you saw your lawyers yesterday?
Yeah.
What did they tell you? Statute of limitations?
Yeah. Which basically means you are screw-ed.
What?
You're screwed.
I've
You don't have a legal leg to stand up.
very generous.
I've been very generous, Tim.
No, you haven't.
Whatever you think, Kenny. We are dealing with the law now. This isn't about Kenny and Spenny
I
or
understand
Kenny
that.
versus Spenny
We're not dealing
or
with the law.
Spencer and
No,
Kenneth.
we're not dealing with
This
the
is
law.
the law.
This is
And
about-
you brought this upon yourself to go to illegal, and you're going to screw yourself.
You think that I'm your mommy.
That's interesting.
Do you think I'm your mommy?
You're my mommy.
Is it my responsibility to pay for you and give you allowance?
What is this? You trying to be funny now? I don't
I'm
even
not.
know. I mean, you're
No,
so out in Mars.
you're-
You're out in Jupiter.
You are actually the fool because not only are you going to lose the court case,
I am a fool because I owe you money. If I owe you money and I pay you back, then you lose the ability to be mean to me.
I want my money back. I'm going to get my money back.
I love it. I'm thrilled. He's all upset because he knows that I've got him over the barrel.
What? You want your allowance? Keep the change. See that? See you in court.
This is the saliva of a man who's gonna lose. That's what it is. The bottom line is, I owe Kenny some money. But again, we're in a competition. We're in a courtroom battle. My game face is the one that won't really admit to anything. My reality is, of course I'm going to pay him back, but he doesn't need the money right now. He's just trying to look like the good guy for once. And, you know, this is what I'm dealing with.
Now, I've been wasting a lot of time on my court case and not a lot of time fucking with Spenny's head, so I've smashed up an old radio I had, and I'm going to build a pretend listening device, which I'm going to put in his room somewhere. And I have a feeling once he sees it, he's going to freak out, thinking I have got some dirt on him, and I don't. I always love messing with you, Spenny. He's always paranoid. Like, imagine a paranoid guy finding a bugging device in his room. How long's it been there for? What have I been saying? What has he got on me? Oh my God. Repeat, the egg is in the nest. Alpha out. This'll get them going.
What can I do for you, Kenneth? I'm just organizing my case against you.
I have hours and hours of audio tape.
So what?
Of you.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I've been recording your phone calls, man. I live upstairs.
That's
I live upstairs.
So you have nothing on me.
What the hell have I
Yeah,
said?
what have you said?
Remember once you told me during phone sex you thought you heard clicking? You're always paranoid and you said, Kenny, were you listening on? You always ask me if I'm listening on the phone. Well, I have been.
You're claiming that you were
Yeah, I
listening.
was listening. I was listening. I have some pretty heavy shit.
You were listening.
Yeah, I have some pretty heavy shit on you, man. I do, and it's all gonna come out to the surface.
You are blackmailing me.
Blackmail. Yes, I am.
I don't believe. First of all, I don't
Okay,
believe you.
goodbye,
Second of all,
goodbye. Goodbye, I'll see you.
Second of all, Kenny.
Mr. Role-playing game.
Hello.
I think I'm bugging him.
Do you I have no idea what a bug looks like? We gotta search the phones. What?
How could you miss that? That thing is...
I never look at this. It's like this. I just pick up the thing. It's a cordless phone. What is it? Is this for real?
That is what is known as a bug.
You gotta be kidding me.
Well, come on. What has he got on?
Okay,
What can he possibly have on?
Nothing criminal. Basically, I don't know how to say this. I've engaged in
What bag can it be?
There is a very real possibility that on that alleged recording would be a incident or an instance of, how do I say, telephonic, erotic conversation. You had phone sex? It's not funny. This is invasion of privacy in the highest, lowest form, actually. Kenny? Very nice.
What's that? Oh, I don't know.
The bug you said you put on my phone?
Yeah, I never said that.
Hey, that's very expensive equipment. I was, of course, very upset when I first found out about it. My best friend destroying my rights of privacy and civil liberties in order to blackmail me.
I never did anything like that.
Don't even bother going to court. We go have lunch, you pay for it, and I don't tell the world what perverted and disgusting things you've been saying to girls who I don't even know where you found them. Here's what I'd like to say. I'm totally comfortable with whatever you have on tape. Many people do it. I will out myself. There were a phone call or two where there was some instances where I was a detective and there were handcuffs involved and very, what some might consider illicit sexual talk. All totally normal. Most people do it. So, go ahead. Do whatever you like with the tape. I don't care. Read my lips. Your blackmail scheme is not working. In fact, what it's done is it's cleansed me, and I seriously want to thank you for it. I will see you in court. Got a lot of receipts to go through, obviously.
Oh, I got mountains of receipts.
I would like to wish you the best of luck, and I mean that sincerely.
I can't believe what he was just blabbing about, like dirty sex stories. I've got absolutely nothing on him. But it sucks. I thought maybe he'd just quit.
I feel actually good about this. I'm going to be put through the ringer a little bit, but that's all that ever happens to me, so I'm sort of immune to it at this point. But he's not going to win, and I don't care how bad I look, as long as he does the humiliation.
My best friend! Stab me in the back! Alright, it's time to go see the lawyers. I would like to introduce everybody to my dream team. I've got, a bag of receipts over the years, many of which are attributed to my friend in situations that he said he would pay me back on. I'm seeking justice. I want to be reimbursed for the, 15 years of mooching that he has been sponging off me for.
Generosity is not something that the courts are going to recognize particularly.
If we can distinguish your generosity from the other specific advances of money, that helps your credibility.
Globe Travel Network, Kenny Hotz and Spencer Rice. $783 Las Vegas to Toronto. There's a bill right there, and I have bags filled with this.
A bill like this is invaluable because it says it's for both of you.
Yes.
Oh, I think he's all feeling all happy about statute of limitations. If the 6 years starts to run when he's in a financial position to begin paying you back, and we'd have to do some research on that, then you might be golden.
So if he only had that ability 4 months ago when you got the contract for Kenny versus Spenny, then that's when the contract, i.e. him paying you back, began. You have 6 years from then.
Brilliant. Oh my God, these guys are the best.
So I don't think you have a limitations problem.
It sounds like you've got some entitlement.
Basically, Spenny is just totally screwed.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Cha-ching! No matter what the result is, we will always be friends, we will always be buddies, and he will always owe me money.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
I was worried you were tied up in the trunk of a car somewhere.
Boys,
Hi, Dexter.
pleasure to meet you. Elvin Sharpton, pleasure.
I hope you brought your wallet.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Please be seated. This is a matter of Kenny versus Spenny. Are we prepared to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a very sad day for me.
Are you going to tell me what this lawsuit's about?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. I have suffered a grave injustice. This is not a case about whether I owe him money. This is about whether he has the legal rights to get the said money. Way to go, Spenny. Doug, did Spencer Nolan Rice admit to you that he owed me money?
Yes, he did.
Thank you. No further questions. And I would like to call Chris Fermecki, who is holding this camera right now. Chris, may you please take a stand.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did Spencer Nolan Rice admit to you that he owed me money? Yes or no? I owe Kenny some money.
Yes.
I do, so help me God. Mr. Rice has not really had much money. Didn't really work much. He seemed to be lazy and didn't hold a job. I have a few questions here. Yes or no, are you aware of the specific details and amounts of my debt? I would say that I am probably... Yes or no, are you aware of all of my debts? Yes or no? I'm not aware of all of your debts because they're all sitting in a garbage bag over there waiting to be added up.
I'm not accepting a garbage bag as an exhibit in this hearing.
I'm done.
Ready to hear your closing arguments now.
Then Mr. Hotz is claiming that on the basis of unjust enrichment, he should be repaid 50% of the expenses and debts incurred on behalf of their partnership. Isn't it time to pay him back? Mr. Rice has been clearly unjustly enriched by the actions of Mr. Hotz.
Thank you. I am a reasonable man, and, Your Honor, could you please admonish? I didn't interrupt you, and I'm willing to rectify some... Your Honor, please. He's doing this on purpose. Anyways.
Continue with your lies, Mr. Rice.
Point in the future. He is obligated to put his...
Honorable court to
Your Honor. Your Honor, he flicked a juju bead at my head and could have taken out my eye. And do I have to put up with this?
It's totally untrue. It is a jelly bean, not a jube, Your Honor.
I'm prepared to render a verdict. This is a question of justice, and the question answers itself. This is a debt. The debt must be repaid. Judgment will be for the plaintiff. Order in this proceeding.
Sorry, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
My dream team came through for me.
It took her 2 seconds. She came in and just...
Yeah! It's time to buy an abacus, because you are in big trouble.
This is a kangaroo court?
That's right. And you got socked. Humiliation time.
As a humiliation for this episode, I get to spit on Spenny's face. It's a very simple humiliation. It only takes a second, but just get it over with. Come on. It is so disgusting. And not a loogie. That's so gross. No, just spit. That he has. You know what? I don't going to do this. You're going to do it. What? No, I said no loogie. Close your eyes. Don't get it on your mouth. Ah!
You are the best. Let's take a shower. Oh man, that was so disgusting. Oh, I feel a little guilty about that.